Never fear, Surgeaholics are here. Uh, Welcome. It's Monday night. The Thunder are getting beat double digits right now because they're just not playing well. Period. Fact. I'm going to get an argument with Jay, I'm sure, pretty soon. But yeah, welcome. It's Monday night. Glad you're all on here tonight. What's going on, Jay?
What's going on, man? Just another game where they dig themselves a hole. It seems like the traditional thing. And I'm sorry, I like Mark Dagnall as a coach, but he's been out coached this series because he's playing. You cannot start Josh Giddey. You
Oh,
cannot
shut
start
up.
Josh
I'm
Giddey.
not arguing this tonight.
Okay, that's fine. You can't start him, Jern. Every
They're
game
not
they've been in
losing
a
the
hole.
series because of Josh Giddey.
Jeremy,
Period.
they're down 10 every first quarter because they start him.
And when he was in just a second ago, they were playing better.
I'm not going to argue with you on this.
I'm
man.
not arguing with you. J-Dub's been awful. Chet's been a no-show.
Dort hasn't done much in the whole series.
Dort is airballing machine right now.
Well, hey, and the thing is, Jason Kidd is not a very, very good coach. And I'm sorry, the other thing he's out coaching Mark Dagnall on is since game one, the Thunder have not guarded the corner three. It's like they think, well, PJ Washington's going to start missing. Newsflash, he's not missing. Guarding.
He missed 3 in a row. Jason Kidd is not a very good coach. And Greg God, I've been saying it all year. The Thunder, they don't have a big. It's showing. They're not rebounding. They're getting killed on the glass.
They are getting whooped on the glass tonight. But I also think their youth is showing up in this series.
They're inexperienced, Jay. And Mez, you're right. There's a massive series. Massive difference in the regular season.
And I agree with that, Chief. I think it is a learning. That's why a lot of people were picking them. Oh, they can win it all this year. I just don't think they have it to do.
They still could, Jay. They may win this game.
I don't think they're winning the whole thing, Jeremy.
Okay. I'm just saying they still could.
I don't think so.
So, anyway, we can talk Thunder basketball. Or we can go transition to OU.
Hey, the thing about them is they're playing a team with Gafford and Lively. They don't have the athlete. They don't have. Now, I will say this. Holmgren's been great on defense as far as block shots, but they don't have bigs to just compete with them.
Hey, 2 things. One, SGA has been our only offense, and he's playing hesitant and scared a little bit, in my opinion. And he's been lazy on defense in the glass, okay? That's a fact. You can call me out. I don't care. Tiger Woods is back this weekend, Jay.
That's right. Hopefully he plays well. Rory McIlroy dominating performance. Hey, Matt says Kidd is actually a very good coach. And I agree with you on the cerebral part. I think he's a really smart guy. I just don't think he's been that good of a coach so far in his career, personally. I don't know. I may be wrong.
Yeah, I would love if Steven Adams or Enes Kanter right now, especially for ball screens. Oh, Sooner fan, Tiger Woods sucks. He's the greatest golfer of all time, period. And I still think he's got one more major in him.
What do you think about Jason Kidd? Do you think he's a good coach?
I think he's a good coach. I don't know if he's an elite coach, but he's a good coach.
Good. That's a way to put it. It's good.
He's a good coach. And Mark Dagnall did as well, but he sucked. I don't know. He's played one tournament in a year? Come on, man.
I still think he swings the ball club really well. Hey, is it Scheffler versus the field this week? My money's on Rory. I think Rory may win this.
Yeah. Happy anniversary,
awesome.
Teresa, 29 years ago.
Teresa, that is awesome. Congrats. That's awesome. Scheffler versus Field. I'm not taking Scheffler this week. I'm not.
Yep, and
Newsflash. PJ makes another shot.
Actually, hey, Sooner fan, no, I don't think Tiger Woods sucks these days. I still don't think he sucks. I mean, if he was healthy, he'd hit the ball as good as any in the game.
Sooner Cowboy says it right. I think it's where was it? It's the stamina. That's it. I think swinging the club and hitting the ball, I think he's still a pretty good ball striker. Still hits it pretty far from off the tee. Still has pretty good putt and short game, as you saw in the Masters. But I think the thing with him is it doesn't take much. You saw it in the third round of the Masters for him to shoot an 80. I mean, that would never happen before. But now he could be going good for 2 days and have a bad day and be an 80. So I do think that's an issue.
Jay, how does PJ Washington get this many shots, though?
Bad coaching.
Yeah, Larry, you're right. That's like saying Tom Brady sucks.
What else can you say if they continue to leave the corner open? Is that a coaching issue?
It's bad defending. That they're not stopping the ball.
If it's bad defending and you do it over and over again, wouldn't that also be bad coaching?
Well, I don't know what the game plan is, Jay. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about basketball. You don't watch the Thunder, so stop. You don't even watch them.
Jeremy, the game plan is obviously to sag in and leave him open. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's the game plan, is it not?
Single digits is what Sooner fan says. I don't know. Maybe the game. Maybe the game.
Marriage.
Oh, yeah. Great God. Luka can do whatever he wants. He can do what it. This is why hey, time out. This is why I said I'd be on the live tonight. I can't watch NBA basketball that much. It causes me issues, man. I get so irate mad about it.
Anxiety. And we're going to switch to football here in a minute. I want to say one thing. This is true, Sooner Cowboys. If you watch the game they won in the Oklahoma City, Thunder hit a bunch of threes. They were hitting. They have not been shooting well at all.
Okay. They're in the bonus with 7 minutes in this quarter, and I don't think they've shot a free throw since. Drive the ball.
How many yards, Matt? Thanks for joining. Good question. How many yards will Sawchuk rush for this season? 1,412 touchdowns. Ooh. I would go about 1,200 is what I would pick.
Yeah, I'm going maybe 1,055. Jay, someone said, how many OU softball players hit the portal? Mark says S.J. Guerin, possibly, because they got the number one pitcher coming in. Monticelli's back. But I don't know. S.J. might not.
You got Deal already.
Deal's there still. Yeah, I mean.
As far as position players, I don't know if there's I don't know. There's it's going to look like a totally different team next year, though, because of what you're losing. I mean, new catcher, third base, shortstop. I mean, it's going to look totally different.
Yeah, it will.
So,
who's OU starting tight end week 1? It's Bauer Sharp, 100%.
Bauer Sharp.
99.9% chance.
Yeah.
How many catches does Devon Mitchell get his freshman year? I say less than 15.
You don't think he's going to play a whole lot?
I say less than 15 total. How many yards can a Sawchuk chuck if a Sawchuk could chuck yards? Okay.
It's a good one, Mark. It's a good one. What about Caden Helms? I mean, Thunder must be getting drilled.
Thunder must be getting drilled with the comments rolling in here.
Jeez.
Jay, it's impossible to watch. I hear my 2 sons in the other room just screaming at the officiating.
Down by 11 at half.
Helms.
It's hard for me to watch it. And the whininess from every player that doesn't get a call. It's
been that way for years in the NBA, Jay. It's why I stopped watching it.
It's exhausting.
Helms will never play meaningful down, according to Sooner fan. I think he could. I'm not giving up on Helms yet.
Hey, you want to beat the Mavs? You know what you do? I've said it for the last 3 games. You don't even worry about Luka. If Luka scores 50, I don't give a flip. If Kyrie scores 40, I don't give a flip.
Luka's not killing him, Jay.
What?
Luka's not the one killing him, and Kyrie wasn't doing anything.
I would rather them score their points. That's what I'm saying. It's the other guys that are killing you. You got to lock them up. You got to switch it off. Maybe don't put Dort on Luka. Put somebody else on me. Put Dort on PJ.
Chester thinks that Mitchell's going to blow up against Texas and then from there gain more time.
Sooner Shoe says thinks Hicks will be the leading rusher. Hot take.
Galpois. Helms stats after he's not played. We can't drop stats. He hadn't even played.
He hasn't played because he's been injured. But is he going to play this year? That's the big question.
That is the question.
I don't know.
I mean, we can't say his stats are because they don't throw him the ball. The stats are because he's not on the field.
Hey, I got a topic of conversation I want to talk about tonight.
Okay.
Okay. We're 10 minutes in. I like to talk about this. Love the viewers' comments on this too. Yeah, I'll have to go watch that soon. Cowboys haven't seen it yet. You saw SEC Mike, and it's been picking up a little bit of steam on the new. If the SEC expands again, the 4 teams. Have you heard this?
Yes. What I heard was asinine.
Clemson, Virginia, North Carolina, and Kansas.
Asinine.
Why?
There's better teams to bring in. Bring in Clemson.
Are you talking about Kansas or what?
Bring in Clemson.
That was one of the teams I said, Jeremy.
Bring in Florida State.
Well, North Carolina, Virginia, Clemson, and Kansas is what they're all talking about.
I agree. I think they're looking for basketball too. I think that's what it is.
TV markets. I agree, Chief. That's what I think. I think it's more TV markets.
It's terrible.
I would be. Can you imagine Kansas and SEC though, football wise? It'd be like Vanderbilt, wouldn't it?
Well, it'd be way better than Vanderbilt, Jay. Way better.
Yeah, I know that, Hunter. And that's why North Carolina's getting that. You know, they're talking about North Carolina a lot because of that. And then you got a lot of matchups that Clemson, South Carolina has always been a rivalry. Yeah, I agree, Bobby, with that 100%. North Carolina makes sense. Virginia does. Clemson and Kansas. I don't know. I think Clemson makes a little sense personally, but Kansas does not. Kansas in the Big Ten would make a lot more sense than SEC.
SEC basketball schedules released, Jay. I have not seen that.
Yeah, I saw it kind of vaguely today, but
yeah.
Greg got said North Carolina and North Carolina State. I mean, that would be an option for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to expand anytime soon, Jeremy?
I don't know. It's all about money. So what do I really need to even say about that?
I did not see what you said, Monty. And there's a few people, Mark and Mess, are talking about the TV markets with Kansas City and all that. That is a big part of this. I don't know how that would even work, though, Mark. I don't know how you drop a team out. I mean, you annex them out of the conference. Yeah,
I don't know. Hit the freaking like. Yeah, they're going to have a team. It's going to be led by Dayton Forsythe, the freshman, and 4 other guys. Might have to bring in Buzz in. What was his name, Jay, on Hoosiers? Ollie?
Ollie, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I may have to have an Ollie there.
Yeah, they want Kansas for basketball, Monty says. I mean, basketball would make sense if they want more basketball, better basketball.
I got a trivia question early tonight.
Oh, let's go.
Let me ask it. Right. Let me ask this thing. Since we just talked Hoosiers and Ollie, give me the name of the leading scorer for the Hoosiers team. Come on, it's easy.
Do you ever not do a movie trivia question?
No, I always do movie trivia. Do you know it, Jay?
Jimmy.
Chester said Vandy Hospital saved his mom's life. Chief gets it. It's Cheatwood. Jimmy Cheatwood. Not LeBron, Greg God. Don't start this tonight.
Blake. Coaching, I don't think it's been good. I'm with you. Has not been good. You put yourself in a 10-point hole every freaking game because you start Josh Giddey. Stop it.
You stop it on the Josh Giddey thing.
Why? Why do I have to stop it? Look at the numbers.
They're not losing this series because of one player. That's idiotic.
Jeremy, Jeremy, the last 3 games they've been in a hole every game because of that. They've started
He
off.
scored and had 2 assists early in this game.
Look at his numbers analytic-wise.
I don't care. The last 2 games, he was 50%. J-Dub wasn't.
You don't care when it's a big part of the NBA when you look at the numbers when
Jason,
they play.
Chet Holmgren and J-Dub have been bad this series. More bad than Giddey. Facts. Chet hasn't been good. He's playing like a little beanpole.
Can't start Giddey in this series, Jeremy.
Oh, please, Jay. You're wrong. You're
wrong.
You are wrong, and you know it.
Jeremy,
go look at the stats, Jay. You're wrong.
Hunter, if you're on here right now, drop what Giddey's point, whatever they call that, where we're on the court. What is it? Plus minus. Drop Giddey's plus minus when he's on the court, please.
And drop the plus minus of Chet this series.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
My point is, it's not one guy that's losing them. Giddey is not the reason they're losing this series. You're wrong. 100% you're wrong, Jay.
Giddey and defense is why they're losing the series, in my opinion. Hey, there's no difference right now between Josh Giddey and Andre Robertson.
Was Andre Robertson the reason they lost games?
Jeremy, it caused a lot of problems for the offense because
he is not the reason. He scored. He's got like 8 points tonight.
Jeremy,
he's got 8 points.
Plus minus.
Yeah. Now drop Chet's plus minus in.
Is that the last 3 games, Hunter?
Well, they've only played 3 games, Jay.
Yeah.
Let me see Chet's plus minus. Let me see J-Dub's plus minus. Let's not go one guy.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know why you're defensive about him. I mean,
I'm not a Josh Giddey fan here, a huge fan of him. I'm saying you cannot say one guy is the reason they're losing the series. It's a team effort.
I agree it's a team effort. Sooner Cowboys.
No, you don't. You said it's all because Dagnall's starting Giddey. You're wrong.
I said that's why they got in a hole. Sooner Cowboys.
No,
you're right on that. And they also don't look like they are really that motivated.
No, exactly. Bad leadership by Shea.
Shea? Yeah, there's Chet's numbers, by the way. Pretty good.
All because of his blocks, Jay. That's why he's plus.
That's not
only reason.
Do you know what plus minus is?
Yes, I do.
What?
Has to do with they're on the floor and the score.
So it has nothing to do with their stats.
It also has to do with other players, Jay. Golly, you're bad. Dude, you are so bad.
Whatever.
You're so bad.
Whatever.
Larry Bird was special. Special. Well, J-Dub last year was -7 on that game. I guess Giddey was -1, so obviously it wasn't his fault. I mean, it's dumb.
And, hey, I agree. Great God, this will help them for the future. I agree with that. It's kind of like you go look at any of the great teams. They had to go through a playoff and not win at first. I mean, it almost always happens.
So Jay,
I'm not throwing in the towel to this series yet, but I didn't pick him to win the whole thing.
Hey, I guess the plus minus today, Giddey came in the second quarter and they cut it to 4. He went out, they're down 11. So I guess his plus minus is pretty good today.
Well, not when you started the game, they were down 10, so there's -10. So
well, that's also -10 for every other player on the floor. Every other player on the floor is -10.
How it works, Jeremy.
That is how it works, Jay. Every player is responsible.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't know basketball, so don't act like you do.
And Jay Will -7 last time. He said a lot too because he was injured. It's worse.
Yeah, we're like this all the time in every.
It's worse in person. I'll say that. Hey, Jeremy, you still think Magic over LeBron?
Laker.
You think Magic over LeBron?
Magic is way better Laker than LeBron. Ask any Laker fan, they're going to say Kareem, Kobe,
LeBron's not really
Worthy, and Magic ahead of LeBron.
LeBron's not really Laker.
That's what I'm saying, Jay.
What about Karl Malone at power forward?
Yeah, Karl Malone, the mailman's got to be there.
Melman was pretty good.
One power forward away. That's what they got to get. I tell you, yeah, Larry Bird was phenomenal. They're all agreeing with me as a Laker, Jay.
Yeah, but
you got all over me earlier today.
That was because you said he was better than
SGA sucks. Minus 14 tonight. Bench him. Giddy's only minus 3. Obviously, he's not the reason they're losing today, then, Jay. If you're going to go plus minus. Jeez.
I don't
Unreal. The point is, I'm right. Like most of the time, Jay.
You're not right.
Listen, I'm right here. It's not one player is losing him this series. They're not playing well.
I never said that, Jeremy.
Period. End of discussion. You're wrong.
I've said multiple things are losing them the series, Jeremy. So open your ears and listen for once. Jeez.
I tell you who I wanted, Grey God. I wanted them to make a trade. I wanted Miles Turner and Buddy Hield originally. It didn't happen. Miles Turner would be an unbelievable pickup for them.
Hey, baseball up to number 12. Yeah, softball and baseball right now for Oklahoma, dominating. And let's just hope it continues in the postseason and they both do awesome in the postseason.
Yeah, Dirk Nowitzki, Jay, and Kevin Garnett. I would take Dirk over KG.
Yeah.
Dirk Nowitzki was really, really.
That's a good one, Eric. That's a good one. Miles Turner would be nice. Yeah.
Miles Turner would be a great fit.
You know who I wish they would have got? I know you probably had to get, but this Gafford guy for Dallas, Dallas traded for, man.
Yep. Preston didn't want to make a move.
Here's what you got to do. I'm sorry. You got to trade Giddey.
Now, Bam Adebayo.
Would you agree you got to trade Giddey?
Yeah, it depends on what you can get for him.
Because if you look at the guys they're going to try to keep, J-Dub, Shea, Chet, something's got to give. Is it going to be Giddey? I mean,
how are they going to fall apart in the offseason, Blake? They're not losing people and they're getting more. They're not going to fall apart.
Yeah,
guys, this team wasn't even expected to be where they weren't even expected to be where they're at right now. Chill out, people.
Hey, this series isn't over.
They can win tonight.
They need a massive third quarter to come back and get this a game.
Themselves a chance.
They got to play better defense, though.
And I do think that even if they go down 3-1, it's hard to beat a team who's on the ropes.
Well, and
hard to deliver the knockout punch.
I heard somebody say on the radio today that one of the reasons they're playing Giddey right now is they don't want him to have a lot of DNPs, did not plays in the playoffs. So when they trade him and get something for him.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, it is hard when you're this young of a team to really. And I'll say this: you can make a lot of comparisons from this team to Golden State. Ton of comparisons. Okay, you can. But if you remember, Golden State did a really good move to really put them over the top, I think. Do you remember what it was?
No.
Well, there's two guys I think that were pivotal to their championship runs. I mean, you had the obvious three with Clay, Steph, and Draymond, kind of like you have with Chet, J-Dub, and Shea. But Andre Iguodala and the big, what was his name, out of Utah? What was his name? Bogut. Andrew Bogut.
Yeah. Hey, Jay.
And that's what the Thunder need, a guy like Andrew Bogut. That's what they need. That's what they need.
Dalpos, I watched that game too. And Jay, Isaiah Joe is starting for Giddey, but listen, I'll tell you this. Isaiah Joe was horrible in the first half tonight. Horrible. I do like it because it'll mean Giddey will come off the bench with the second unit. Second unit's been bad.
And you go look at the great teams that won multiple championships. Go back to the Houston Rockets. Robert Horry, clutch. I mean, you got to have some vets that knock things down for you that's huge.
Iguodala is retired, dude.
Yeah, he's not playing anymore.
Hunter, he retired. He's like 48 years old.
Hey, Jay Johnson, that series could be – that super regional would be outstanding softball. I think it'd be a great matchup. And it'd be interesting to see what happens in that series. Rematch of the World Series championship, obviously. Florida State has not lived up to the hype this year. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think they do make it out of that regional, though, don't you?
Who? Yeah, Florida State's coming out of Tallahassee, guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
Max Kellerman. I like Max Kellerman.
You do?
Yes. Now, I do agree they don't have an old leader, but for Blake, their mentality is not gone. There's a half of basketball left, and they're still not out of the series after that. Chill out.
Yeah, but I think it's very true what he's saying about a veteran leader. I mean, it would be
they
nice.
Don't have one. I agree.
It'd be nice to have a guy on there. You know what they had the first time around, which nobody really talks about, but I don't know if you remember, Kendrick Perkins was massive for that. Right?
PJ, another wide open three, Jay.
Yeah, imagine that. Shocking.
I don't think the series is over, but we'll see. Any news from the football program? None. It's been silent.
It has been silent, and that's
you can promise me all you want, but it doesn't guarantee anything because it's 3-1, so it's actually not over if they lose tonight. Facts. It's actually, you're 100% wrong to say it's over right now. Now, if they go down 4-1, it would be over. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I would agree with this. Greg got it. It's a legal screen all the time. Hey, yeah. So the recruiting's been slow, but it's getting ready to ramp up here. Come summer, come June, it's going to really ramp up. You've seen on Instagram, Twitter, guys have went home. They're kind of away from campus now. So it's going to be slow. Down 14 points right now.
Jeez. Yeah, imagine that. Giddy's not even starting and they lose.
Shut up.
Golly, Jay. Golly, Jay.
So annoying. Chief, appreciate that, Chief. Thanks so much for the super. Says years from now when Jada and Billy sit down and argue over who had the better OU career, who will be right? Well, I'll say this. You can't argue it, Jada, because she has 3 natties, maybe going to get 4. That's hard to beat, okay? I don't care who you are. That's going to be tough to beat.
Who missed it at the rim? Hey, missing a layup, in my opinion, is not mentality. They're playing bad, guys.
Missing it at the rim is probably Lou Dort, if I had to guess.
I don't know. Anyway, Jay, did you have a trivia too? Because I asked.
No, you already got it, man. You already got it.
Oh, Ron says Billy's the winner because he got Jay.
There you go. That's true.
Jada's career, though. Jada's career, you ain't beating it.
Yeah, you aren't beating it.
SJ hasn't been good, guys.
He's been great this series. Not good.
Not this game. He's not.
Yeah, he's got too much on.
He's got too much on him. You need your leader to step up. He's not playing well.
He's got too much on him right now. He has no help.
He's not playing well, Jay.
He has no help right now in this series.
Oh, he's not playing well, Jay. The stardom, I don't know if it's got to him or what.
Does Jada get number 4? Yes or no?
Yes. I've already said it. I've said it all year. They're winning a natty. I think they're rolling through the postseason.
Really?
Yeah, the Giant, everyone thought was Slade. It was just sleeping, and it's awake, and they're rolling.
Who are they going to play? If you had to pick right now the World Series championship, Texas?
No, I think it's Stanford. I think it's OU versus Kennedy.
That very well could be. Very well could be.
Very well could be.
A sleeper team to watch would be OU versus Florida.
Yeah, Jocelyn Erickson's been really, really good, man.
And watching what she did by transferring out.
Thanks, Sooner Shoe. Agreed.
Make think that, hey, go out and look what she's done. She dominated.
It's almost like I'm right against Sooner Shoe. Imagine that.
Bobby says Brandon Lane visited LSU today. There we go.
Jay, it's almost like I'm right again.
We'll see on Lane. I do think they're going to get another defensive line. I don't know. I mean, I was kind of hoping for Lane, but we'll see. Blake says have to win tonight. to have a 30% chance to win the series. Game 7 against Kyrie and Luka is pretty much impossible.
Yeah,
well,
but
you have
the
to win
pressure
game 6 in
switches.
Dallas first, and the way it's looking in Dallas, they're not. Who would have thought the Thunder would lose 3 games in a row?
They haven't lost.
They're going to lose tonight.
Okay. They might, Jay, but they haven't yet.
Aren't
I'd
they
like to have
down
a healthy
6?
Jordy Ball, but we don't. So, hey, again, there's 75 on here on the night the Thunder's playing. So we appreciate you. I told you we'd be on here. Hey, you know what we didn't do tonight? Factor crap.
Yeah, you said you're going to do factor crap tonight.
Jay, Josh Giddey. Better on the court with Josh Giddey. Fact or crap?
Crap.
I say fact. Drop it in the chat. We'll see everybody tomorrow night for more fact or crap. I'll make sure I get a list of them tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow night. Boomer.
Jonah.